It's the end of the month, the last day in fact, and as he usually does, Erie Mayor Joe Schember joining us now in studio to talk about the news of the city. We've got a lot of things to talk about here, so I want to thank you, Mayor Schember, for coming in tonight. It has been a couple of months, the holidays and other things going on. So last time you were here, city's budget still wasn't passed, finally passed with just a few days to spare. That's not necessarily news, but council had asked you to trim $2 million. You came back trimming $800,000, which they accepted. So my question is, where's that other $1.2 million coming from that wasn't cut, that council said needed to be cut?
Yeah, I'm afraid we've already cut too much from the budget, and we'll probably have to be going back to city council in the fall here to move more money into the budget to get us through the end of the year. 90% of the city's budget is salaries and benefits for the employees that work there, and that's hard to limit. So we won't be cutting anything else from the budget. And I've already warned council we may have to come back to them for some additional money in the fall.
The question is, where would that money come from? Because is it just a rob Peter to pay Paul and creates more problems down the line?
It would definitely. I'm hoping we don't have to. I mean, I got some really good news today. So far this winter, the city saved almost $500,000, just under that, in expenses for clearing the streets, plowing, salting. We had to buy so little salt or that sort of thing. I'm hoping that holds, and that will certainly help us get through the end of the year as well without any kind of increase.
Yeah, the winter that wasn't or hasn't been so far helping out.
Yes.
Now, the city's planning director, leaving the job after only about 6 months.
Yes.
How does this impact ongoing projects? I know you have some ambitious programs there. Are you worried at all about lost momentum while you go through a transition here?
Yeah, I guess I am a little worried about that, to be very honest. But I can tell you that we've been trying to delegate everything to keep things going. I can't deny that there won't be any impact at all. I think there probably will be some impact, but we're going to try to keep things moving as much as we can. And I'm blessed with a team led by Renee Lemus that just works like crazy all the time. Was
this just an opportunity to do something else, or was this kind of a difference in the way things should be done?
I don't know. We liked what we were doing. We just have this little bump in the road now that we need to get over and get someone else hired and move forward.
Okay, we talk about projects, Mayor. City recently held one of 2 public hearings on plans for the Ravine Drive, Kakwa Boulevard Bridge, whatever you want to call it. How did the first one go? And what's your sense coming away with it? When do you hope to make a final decision and take the next step to construction?
Yeah, this first meeting went really well. I think we had about 70 people at the meeting. I wasn't able to be there because I had a conflict. But so the first public hearing, I really feel, went very well. There were 3 possible approaches, and they definitely liked the first one, which just happened to be the one I liked too. I didn't do anything to influence them or anything. But we plan to have at least 90% of the bridge budget done by this fall, when probably in October we'll have another meeting with this group, and it's all going to focus on the one design that they liked, and it was not the most expensive design that we had there, and we should start construction then in the spring of 2024.
Yeah, the option, I believe, was the more basic, was the bridge that I think we would all expect to see over a highway or whatnot, right? It gets the job done.
Yeah, it is. It's much better. It's much. The other thing we'd like to do is straighten out that road a little bit, so it's you're not turning so much. I'm not sure we're going to have the money to do that, but we'll try.
City has about $79 million in American Rescue Plan money that was allocated during the pandemic. We've talked about this. You've been waiting for final rules and regulations on using it. Do you have those now?
Yes, we have gotten final rules and regulations, and we're complying with them. We spent about $40 million of the $94 million so far, and we have to spend it all by the end of 2026. I don't think we'll have any trouble doing that. We've actually allocated it all, but people now have to apply for the funding in order to get it.
Okay, real quick, any project at all, single thing that you want to get done with that ARP money?
The most important thing is we are intended to help the people that have been impacted by the disease that we dealt with for so many years here in a row. And those are primarily minority members of the community. And we're trying to do programs that will help them change their lives, improve their lives, have a better life, not live from paycheck to paycheck.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to talk about that as time goes on. Mayor Schember, we always appreciate your time and look forward to talking to you again.
Thanks for having me on.